my thoughts on relationships, like, it's not hard. I mean, really, it's kind of give and take. Like, it's hard, but also it's not. It's like some gray area. I'm talking like, it's not hard if two people don't make it hard. Like, and when I say that, I'm saying that in the sense of communication, how you treat each other, you know, what's the vision, what's the goals. Like, if it's, that's what I mean, right? But then also, like, relationships are hard because you get tested. Your relationship has to get tested in a sense of you know, where you got to stand in the foundation of the relationship, where like, what's right and what's wrong. You know, family members play a part, friends play a part, past play a part, you know, present plays a part. Like, so those things, it matters. So, like, when people say, like, oh, marriage is hard, relationships are hard, I think, I mean, it is hard, but then it also, it's not, it's just really based off the person. Like, to me, I feel like, you know, it's that old saying, it's not what your country could do for you, it's what you could do for your country. And it's not like what your relationship could do for you, is what you could do for your relationship. And that, I think that can be said in so many different ways, and so many different, and you could compare it in in so many different ways. It's ridiculous, you know. But to me, I think that's like, it's really, that's really how you should look at your relationship. Like, if it's, you know, what can I do for you? You know, and what can, in that same person, if you two could think like that, and y'all on that one page like that, like, I promise you, your relationship is going to be so healthy because y'all both pouring into each other. But when you are pouring into one side, if one person is pouring to just one side and they're not getting that, what happens when you got a cup of water and you pour it into another cup? And you pour and pour, and then there's nothing left for that person to pour in. Now that person is getting resentment, anger, hate, you know, because it's not getting anything. It's not getting its nutrients. It's not getting nothing. Like, you know, like, you could go a couple days, you know, and you be cool. You know, you could be cool with no water. But then eventually, I promise you, your body's going to need water. And if that person's not pouring into you, like, that person that poured into you is definitely going to be on some, I want my water back, or it was a waste of time. Like, oh, I did all this. Like, it's so much stuff that plays in it. But if you're really looking to be in a healthy relationship, healthy marriage, like, you really got to pour into each other. Like, you got to really move that pride aside. Like, all that, oh, I don't do that. Like, yo, just think about it. For someone that's always trying to be sweet, always trying to be thoughtful, always is trying to keep the fire going, and you just sitting there and you just accept it, and now one time it come across your mind that, you know what, maybe I should do something. Maybe I should be like, maybe I should do just because. Maybe I should take them on a date. Maybe I should, you know, do something sweet. You know, maybe I should go get a car, like something. Like how can you avoid someone else's love language and be happy in a relationship? Like, that doesn't make any sense. Like, that's not healthy. Like, that person is really trying to make sure that the relationship, that whatever, if y'all 5 years, 3 years, 10 years, 20, 50, whatever, how many years, like, if that person's still with the same energy, you know, they had when y'all met, that's always thoughtful, that's always putting you first, that's always making sure that you're right. And, like, you just, like, on some, well, if we're not arguing, we're good. If we're communicating, we're good. That's cool. That's just one part of the pot. Trust me, there's other ways to cut that pot to make that person feel whole. And if you just sitting there and you just like, nah, I'm good. Like, I don't do that, so I'm not gonna do that. Like, you're trying to make me do something that I don't want to do. No, I want you to speak my language so I understand what's going on in the relationship. Like, I count. Like, there's things that I like, not just, oh, we go out on a date, oh, we kiss, you know, we do a little cuddling, have sex, you know, we share a couple bills, do a couple trips. That's cool and all, but what are you doing to me? Are you pouring into me the way I'm pouring into you? Like, find out my love language. Find out what I like. Find out what I'd like to do. Find out those little sweet things that I think is sweet. Maybe I'm not vulnerable in front of people, but I'm vulnerable in front of you. I should feel safe doing that. I should feel safe knowing that I can speak about that, and you like, all right, let me speak that love language, because I know you like whatever it is. Whatever it is. It could be cards. It could be teddy bears. It could be home cooked meals, or just thoughtful things after work, picking up underwear, socks, or a shirt, or, oh, I saw this and I thought about you, oh, I got you a card, or I made you a little I love you basket, something. I'm giving you tips and advice right now too, but something to just reinsure. Like, we always need to be reassured where we stand at in this relationship. And if you cannot find that sense of gratitude in you, like, I promise you really need to work on you. Like, you are the problem of what causes arguments, because that person don't want to just come out and say, why you never did nothing for me? Why you don't do nothing for me? Why you don't, why? And you like, oh, that's the way I am. Oh, I don't do that stuff. Oh, that's not me. Oh, you need someone else. You need someone that could do. No, you need to pull that whatever pride, a person, whatever it is, out of you, and really like say, yo, I'm in this relationship. It's just you and me. So whatever we doing. That's between us. That's our business. No one needs to know. If it's out in the public, I promise you, you're inspiring other people that can't get to that level, get to that level. But it really takes someone to understand that and say, yo, you know what? In a relationship, it's just you and me. You and I. However you want to put it. It's just you and I. Okay? So why wouldn't I feel vulnerable to my spouse? Why wouldn't I feel humility, to my spouse? Like, why wouldn't I want to have a safe space when I talk to my spouse? Like, why wouldn't I want to have the love and peace and communication and trust with my spouse? Like, if a relationship should only be two. It should only be two. It shouldn't be where it's, oh, well, we're together. Yeah, we are together. But, yo, I'm never going to buy you now. I don't buy people stuff. People buy me stuff. Lose that attitude. Okay? Lose that attitude. Like, that mindset of, I'm a taker. Like, literally, like, I don't mind you getting me gifts. I like gifts. Gifts are nice. Everybody likes gifts. Why we're not giving the same respect? Like, it don't always need to have money tagged to it. Like, that's the problem. Your mindset thinks you gotta always have money. Oh, I want to do something for that person, but I don't got the money. Oh, I really want to get this person something, but I don't got the money. I want to make that person happy, but I don't got the money. Like, do you understand DIY? Do it yourself. You don't need money. You don't need money to make somebody happy. Let me tell you something. I'm about to hurt you. If you need money to keep that person, you don't need that person. Sorry. You don't need that person. You don't need a person where you feel like it's always a price tag with that person. It's always something that I always got to go. If I want to just do a small dinner, I can't do a small dinner with this person because they want to go to that restaurant. Or I can't do this because they don't go to just little carnivals. They go to the big theme parks. Like, and whatever it is. Like, I can't just buy her a little bag or buy him a nice wallet. No, they want the brand wallets. They want those. And it's like, yo, let me ask you a question. Do you got that type of money in your bank account, in your wallet or purse? Because I tell you this, if you can sit there and spend X amount of dollars and you still live with your parents or you roommating, like, you really need to reroute your life. Like, you really need to, I think I said that wrong, but anyway, like, you really need to really look into your life and say, yo, what I have set up for me, like, I really need to change that because I can't afford that myself. But I don't mind if somebody else buy it for me. Like, how's that helping the relationship? Like, what's the goal? What is the ultimate goal in a relationship? Like, what are we trying to accomplish here? Are we looking to move into an apartment together? Are we looking into, marriage? Are we looking to starting a family? Are we looking to starting a business? What are we trying to do here? What are we trying to accomplish? Like, it don't help. It don't help by you just buying. Oh, I bought this person, the new sneakers or the new belt or new this, that, and it's like, y'all not even living together. And if y'all living together, what is the goal? Like, do you got any investments? Like, do you have any type of business going? Like, do you have multiple sources of income coming in? No? Then stop playing games like you 16. Like, fine. Like, when was the last time y'all took a trip? When was the last time y'all went on vacation? But y'all out there just sporting everything for social media. Like, your relationships are ruined and you don't see it. And this is why behind closed doors, y'all got issues. Because y'all foundation is not laid out correctly. And if it is, it's weak. It's weak. Like, you cannot just sit there and think, oh, well, we got matching outfits. Oh, everybody know, like, oh, we look cute. Oh, we got, 500 likes. Cool. But when the phone is off and it's not in your hand and y'all two at each other next, was it worth it? What did it do? What did it do? It didn't do nothing. Like, there's so many unanswered, uncommunicated things that in your relationship that you're not having, and this is what you need to focus on. Not trying to focus on a new outfit, clothes, new electronics. No, focus on the things that's not being said. I get it. I get it, guys. Like, I ain't even gonna lie. I get it. I'm with you. Like, I'm on that too, really. And I've been really working on it and really applying it. Like, yo, don't put fear in your relationship or marriage. Like, really, don't put fear in your relationship. And when I say fear, I'm talking communication. I'm talking action. I'm talking, like, really, like, you really have to ask yourself in this relationship, can I be vulnerable? Can I be? It can. If I can, you're in a good relationship with both you two. And you might have, no, not might. You have to have that conversation with each other. And sometimes you have to watch that person you're with, because they tend to, you can say one thing today and they'll throw it in your face tomorrow. That's not somebody you really want to be around, where you say something, or even with friends too. I told you that in secrecy. Like, that wasn't something you were supposed to come back and throw in my face. I'm not talking about back then. I'm talking about right now. This is what's happening right now. Don't tell me, well, he did this. Remember, he did that. Remember, she did this. Remember, she did that. Listen, that don't help me. That don't. Like, it don't. Like, that's something that happened, and I dealt with it, and I'm able to move on and get to this point, and now I'm dealing with this. Like, it's a bump. Help me. Was I wrong? Was he wrong? And if he was wrong or she was wrong, listen, how can we handle that? How do we fix that? I don't want to just result to, oh, we're just gonna break up. Oh, we're just gonna get a divorce. Like, that shit. Like, y'all find, not y'all, let's just say us. Let's say us. We find it so easy to exit everything. Imagine we just did that with jobs, or businesses, or family. Like, really, you'll start really thinking about it and considering it, reconsidering it, breaking it down. Like, is that, if I do this, what's next? What's next for me? What happens after this? Do I just go back and start over? Yes. But also, you're like, okay, if I leave this relationship, I got to make sure I got another relationship. How? You still got problems that you haven't dealt with this relationship. So what makes you think it's going to change in the next relationship? Like, you have problems. You're not perfect. This whole, oh, well, that's my attitude. If you don't like it, so be it. This is why you cannot get to that next level in relationships. Because you got this attitude like people work for you, you don't work for them. How? At what point, what book did you read, or what God or prophet came down and said, yeah, listen, you are perfectly made for relationships? None. How do you expect someone to respect you and you don't want to respect them? Somebody telling you, listen, your attitude is so X, Y, and Z when you drink. So that's how I am. I got a lot of built up anger. So why you wait till you get to that alcohol level to express it? Why can't you express it now? Why do you got to get that way to talk this way? Like, it don't help you. It's really hurting people around you. And you keep wanting to change. And you say it changed because it sounds good. It makes you look good, but it ain't good. So you out here just this is what I am. This is who I am. This is who I'm. Really? And you think that's really healthy for a relationship? You going through a relationship, you ever look back and say, yo, you know what? There's problems that people always address. I don't see nothing wrong with it. Maybe you need to look at it and say, man, would I date me? Would I date me? And if not, honestly, work on it. It ain't something that's gonna happen overnight. You had that habit through so many different relationships. I promise you, it's gonna take time, but you have to remind yourself who you are. You are not just dating that person. You are dating yourself as well. You're dating the person you want to be. Now, how you handle that person, and when I'm talking about person, I'm talking about you, how you handle you is how your relationship will turn out. Okay, so that might went over your people's heads. If you are dating someone, you're dating yourself because you have to keep yourself uphold the most, right? Self-esteem, love, respect, peace, right? You are dating you. So you're with someone, but also you're with yourself because you need to make sure that you're happy. You can't require someone, the opposite person, to make you happy. No, that they should be the tip of the iceberg. Okay? You should not be saying, well, you don't make me happy, you bring down my self-esteem. Now, if that is true, while you are trying to keep yourself above water, yes, I give you the whole pass to leave. It doesn't help you. But if you know that you're working on you and you're making yourself happy, you're doing what you need to do, because you cannot sit there and require this person to do. You sit back in a beach chair with your nice little pina colada, and this person is making you happy, putting a fan on you, feeding you grapes, and doing all this, and it's like, what? No. Like, you have to find your happiness, your peace. That's why I say you have to date you. You have to make sure that you're doing for you as well. Because if you're not helping the relationship. You are bringing down the relationship with depression, with doubt, with always being negative, with always like not wanting to do anything, like with always playing devil's advocate. About what? That doesn't help the relationship, doesn't help you. So if you have to really fall back and say, no, I got to work on me. I literally got to work on me, because there's some areas in my life, there's some spots in my life that I need to fix. Like this can't keep going on over and over and over and over. Like, that doesn't help me. That doesn't help me not one bit. It actually kills me. It's actually killing the relationship. It's actually killing me. This is why I can't really be happy, because I'm living in my past. I still remember what that 5-year relationship did to me. I still remember what that 3-year relationship did to me. That 8-year relationship, whatever relationship, or that recent relationship did to me. I gave that person my all, and I got nothing. Okay, so work on it. What were some things in some areas that you need to fix, that was addressed to you that you need to fix? And what were some areas in the relationship that you need to fix? And this is what comes with core values. What was you settling for? Oh, well, that person was a smoker. Are you a smoker? No. Then why would you date, or why would you be involved? Like, it's never gonna work. Like, you're going against your core values. Like, why would you date someone or be with someone that's totally against what you believe in? You don't believe in smokers. You don't believe in hard drinkers. Occasional drinkers, okay, but hard drinkers, no. Oh, because the outside, the outside look right, but the inside is rotten. But you so focused on the outside. Oh my God, look at the outside. This is nice and nice. But the inside is all rotten. So I'm asking you, like, how do you really sit there and say, like, in relationships, oh well, I don't want to change. No, you have to change. You have to really, if you don't have core values, I want you to write it down and really tell yourself and be truthful with yourself, because if you're going to have a healthy relationship, if you're going to have a healthy marriage, and it's not too late. Yeah, but I've been married for X amount of years. Like, I can't just start something. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. You want another X amount of years? You better start something. You better. I'll tell you this, you better start something. If not, you're not going to make it another X amount of years. That is it. That, I promise you. You walking yourself right to divorce court. Like, I promise you. Like, write down what you like, what you will accept, and what you won't accept. Like, but don't sit there. You can't leave the toothpaste cap uncapped. Like, that's a preference. Know the difference. What really needs to change in a relationship that's affecting the relationship and a preference, what you would prefer. I would prefer you not leave your towel on the floor, water on the floor. I would prefer you to make the bed since you're the last person out the bed. I would prefer you come and talk to me about spending extra money that we haven't discussed. Like, that's communication. That's respect. I know people always talk about respect in a relationship, and finances is a big thing. Finances, like, well, he got his money and I got my money, and I paid these amount of bills and he paid these amount of bills, or he pays all the bills and I don't pay nothing. I got my money to myself, or we put all the money in the pot together. We pay all the bills, and what's extra we split, or we put all the money on the pot. And we pay all the bills, and he get a couple dollars, I get a couple dollars. Let me tell you something. Everybody got their own opinion towards it. Everybody has their own opinion towards it. Everybody, some people feel like, that person way of dealing with finances with their spouse or is wrong, or this person's way of dealing with. Let me tell you something. The answer to this, okay, when it comes to finances, all right, because you're right now trying to figure that out. Do you open up a bank account with both each other names, and y'all put your checks in, and then I feel like he's taking, well, he makes more money than me, or she makes more money, so she should pay more bills. Okay. Let me give you the answer. Nobody's wrong. Okay? It's what works for you in your household. Okay? I'm going to say that again. When it comes to finances and how you handle finances, it's what works for you. If it works for you, it works for you. It works for the relationship. It works for the marriage. It works for the household. It works for y'all. If it does, that's your business. That's your finances. Like, because I know in our household, we put everything in the pot, okay? And then it just separates everything, bills. But we're never like, oh, well, you pay the mortgage, I'll pay this. You pay that, I pay. No, we're like, this bill came into our house, okay? That mortgage came into our house. That cable came into our house. That phone bill, whatever, it came into our house. So those are our bills. That's not my bill. That's not her bill. That's our bill. So we deal with that. Okay? So to answer your question about finances, nobody's wrong. The way you handle your finances in your household, if it works, it works. That's your business. So for everybody that feel like, oh no, that's silly, oh that's stupid, oh that's cool. If it works for you that way in your relationship, in your household, that's cool. But this is how it works in my household. Okay? Now if y'all want my opinion based on finances or what I think, all right, let me tell y'all. I think for someone to put everything all on one person, and the other person just keeps their money and they just do whatever they want with their money. If you're not pouring into me and or the household with your money, and I'm paying all the bills, we got a problem. We got a problem. I promise you, we got a problem. Because it's like, yo, what are you doing besides, catering to yourself? That's selfish. That's selfish. Like, that's not that's a 60-40. And I promise you, and that goes into my next topic, the whole percentage of relationships. Well, I believe in 50-50. That's kind of weak. Why are we thinking 50-50? Why are we thinking 50-50? Like, 50-50 is a divorce. You get half of that, I get half of this. But we in a relationship, Lamar, like 50, like I pay for the day, he paid for dinner. What? I mean, he pays for movies and I pay for dinner. How about, do we got enough to pay for to go out? Yeah. All right, cool. This is what we working with. Because eventually, what's gonna happen? I don't got it. No, I had to pay extra on the electric bill because, we had so-and-so come in and they were just using the electric bill so much. I don't got it. So we can't go out. My check was short this week, so I can't do what I had planned. I done, my income went lower, so I can't do that. Like, that's 50-50. That's a contract in a relationship. I'm gonna say that again. That's a contract that you and that person signed and said, well, in this contract, we are gonna split the bills. You're gonna pay your side of the bills, I'm gonna pay my side of the bills. On dates, you pay for your meal, I pay for my meal. When we go out, you pay for your stuff, I pay for my stuff. That's a contract. And if you break that contract, that's what it is. Now, for those that don't know, if you are in a contract, and if you look at sports, right, with no guarantee, I promise you, here's the thing. You're in a contract, and that contract's broken, or that contract is not really living up to its actual words, I promise you, you're going to either break the contract, that contract is going to be voided, that contract is going to be just, you know what, I don't want it, I'm done. Like that contract, there's no contract in a relationship, in a relationship where you're trying to be in, if you really want to be in a relationship, you got to be covering. Like this, I'm in this with no contract. Like when I date you, I'm dating you to marry you. I'm not dating you to date you. I'm dating you to marry you. I've taken the time to really say, I want to get to know you. I want to get to know your family. I want to get to know your friends. I want to know, and vice versa. And I want to know, can we go to the next level? Now, when you're a little kid, yeah, contracts, fine. But when you're in that age where you could live on your own and do things on your own, no, I'm telling you this. Have fun when you're young. Have fun. Have all the fun. Do all the things. And when you're ready, right? People always ask me, when did you know you was ready to get married? I didn't. I had no clue, had no setup. There was no plan, nothing. But what I didn't know is that when I saw my wife, I knew that was it. That was it. I can't tell you. I only tell you the feeling that I just knew that was it. Okay? But as far as contract versus covering, you want to know, like, if I lose my job, you're with me. If I get sick, you're with me. Like, if I make a decision that's going to affect us, you're with me. Like, I'm not breaking anything in this relationship. Like, this is us. Like, there's no contract. I'm not holding you up to anything because you said one thing and now you're doing another. I'm not doing that. Like, this is us. And right now, you're looking at your relationship, you're listening to me right now, and you're thinking about your relationship, you're thinking about from the time you started to now, and you're asking yourself, where am I at in my relationship? What am I doing in my relationship? Am I really in a contract or I'm in a covering? Let me tell you something. If you got, I don't want to get hyped. Let me tell you something. If you are spending more time making up from a breakup, you're in a contract. All right. let me say this. Let me break it down a little more. If within a year, if y'all doing the makeup to break up, you're in a contract. You're in a contract. Now I get it. Your relationship is gonna be tested. There's gonna be some bumps. There's gonna be some things that's in your relationship that's really gonna test you, right? And if you could uphold, you're gonna cover it. Okay, like if there should be no reason why you make up, break up, make up, break up, make up, break up. Like that's insanity. That's insanity. There should be no reason. There should be no reason why that's happening at all. Like, what do y'all break? Why is that a easy exit? Oh, I don't like what she said. I'm out. I saw him talking to his ex. I'm out. Like that's not a relationship. That's a contract. And you would not be breaking up if you laid down the foundation. If you put down your core values. If you was honest in the very beginning. What are we trying to accomplish here? What are we trying to do? What is your goals? I'm sorry, this is gonna hurt somebody. What is your credit like? Who am I dating? Financially, can you afford to be in a relationship? Financially, can you afford to be in a relationship? And when I say that, I'm talking about on some, all right, financially, if we get married, can we afford it? Move in together, can we afford it? Buy a car, can we afford it? Go on trips, can we afford it? No, all we can afford is a hotel, a motel, and that's it. Contract. So I'm asking, let me tell you something. It's okay, I'm giving you the pass right now. It's okay if you really ask yourself, you know something? I'm in this relationship, and honestly, I don't know this person's credit score. I've been dating this guy for so long, I don't know this person's credit score. Like, I don't know how much money this person made. Like, I don't know his financials. Like, it's okay to ask that stuff. You need to know where you stand. Now, granted, if that person feels like, nah, we're not there yet. Like, well, the reason why I'm asking is because, you know, you live here, I live here. We don't live together. And we've been together for quite some time. So what is the next step in this relationship? Well, you know, we just having fun. Contract. I know the outside, oh my God, the outside looks so good. But the inside, contract. See what they thinking? Contract. They thinking like that? It's time to let them go. But you know, it's so hard to find a good person. Oh, I don't want to start over. So you'd rather be in a contract than a covering. Okay. That doesn't help you. That doesn't help you in ways that you think that's going to help you get to the next level in your relationship. Because you're really putting yourself out there that you're okay with behind the scenes stuff. See, people they get embarrassed with their credit score because everybody wants to put on this image that everybody got a 730, 800 credit score. Okay, so hey, just be truthful. In the United States, I believe, don't quote me, 60 to 70% of people have a 5 to 600 credit score. Okay, so the person you're dating right now, credit score is between 5 or 6. Okay, there's some percentage where it's over. Okay, when my wife met me, my credit score was in the 400s. Okay, your boy, yeah, like was in the 400s. That's what it was. That's how bad it was. And when, over time, my wife pulled my credit about maybe March, April, May. About May, April or May, somewhere around there. Okay, within months, my wife pulled my credit score. Okay, so my credit, I was so embarrassed because I told her one thing, and she was just like, "You don't need to lie about it. Like, I don't got the best credit either. Not lie like, nah, my credit good. Like, oh, I do this, that." And I was like, "What are you lying about? You owe a library card, like a library book. Like, I owed them. They put my stuff in collection, But she helped me. All right. Oh, hold up. Stay with me, y'all. My wife helped me fix the little things that we can actually arm grab, arm reach and attack and pay. Like, my wife had to really budget me because I was just out there buying sneakers, buying clothes, buying food, going out, doing all this stuff. And my wife's like, "How are you expected to move out your mom's house if you have these bad habits and this bad debt? Like, you don't have bad debt. You got little debt that you're not even paying, or you plan on never paying. So eventually, like, don't you ever want to own your own house? Like, go to the dealership and drive off with a reliable car? Like, don't you ever feel like you want to be able to start your own business and have that credit, go on vacations and have that money?" Like, when my wife started pouring into me in that sense, that's what made me change. And I had to listen. I had to really say, you know what? I'm going to give this all to you because clearly I don't know how to handle it. So this is what I'm working with my finances. This is what I pay. This is what this is my checks. This is what I put out, what needs to be paid. This is what just everything. And come to find out, my wife's like, about 55-60% of your income is going to food. So I need you to either meal prep, or I need you to really slow down on some of that food that you buying. And when I started doing that, the extra money started to come in. Took that money and started putting that to the side. Was able to buy our first, not buy, but get our first apartment together. We had $30 left after we paid everything to get our keys to our first apartment. $30. We put all our money into that apartment. But then eventually we stayed on and turned around, and we were able to buy our first house. Okay, we were able to buy our first house, and then after that, then we were able to buy our second house. So sometimes, guys, like, if we have to cave in, we gotta really put our pride aside. Our pride is just something that's just something that we just create, that we keep telling ourselves, but that's really nothing. So if you gotta cave in and tell yourself, like, yo, you know what, this here, like, I want more out this relationship. I want more out this marriage. I want to go to the next level. I want to put myself in a position where, my family's looking at me like, man, you doing it. Like, you're gonna have to sacrifice. And if you're not willing to sacrifice some things in your relationship, you're never gonna have a healthy relationship. You're never gonna have a healthy marriage. You're never gonna be able to do things that you see on TV or on social media. Nothing. You're gonna be that same person with the latest sneakers, latest clothes, latest jewelry, doing the whatever's trending. But you know something? I promise you, I've been around the world. I mean, when I say I'm being serious. I've been around the world. Passport, Africa, Paris, all these places. I've been around the world by me just sacrificing things, sacrificing my finances, You know, as much as I want to go buy lunch, and the temptations of people asking over and over and over, and me saying no, I promise you, those sacrifices led me to go on vacations, vacation bliss. Led me to buy things that people are like, man, yo, you doing it. Yeah, because I'm sacrificing the little things to get the big things. I'm not sitting there and I'm not buying me, and I mean no disrespect, I'm not buying a $1,500 belt, and I don't keep $1,500 in my wallet. I don't carry cash. I don't carry that type of money weekly, you know, or daily. So I'm not gonna have something that I know, like, if I'm gonna have $1,500, I promise you that's in the bank. Like, that's in the bank. That's something that, straight up, that's all going right into the kids, the family. Like, that's what, and that's what I'm trying to get at. Like, y'all getting money, the stimulus checks, you're getting extra commission checks, you're getting all this money. Like, yo, what are you doing in your relationship with your finances? What are you doing? Like we got our stimulus checks, and I'm like, oh, we're gonna pay this, pay that, pay this. My wife's like, whoa. No. Let's sort out our regular checks. Okay, we got that done. All right, boom. Now we need to figure out what bills need to be, like, paid, and then we figure out what we're gonna do with the rest extra. All right, cool. And I'm saying to myself, like, if that was me by myself, I promise you I would have ran, I would have did this, I would have did that. And she's like, and she taught me over the years, like, no. Let's not rush to spend the money. And y'all are rushing to spend money. Like, I watch people get paid on Friday and they ball out all the way up to that Thursday, before payday, and they eating honey buns. They borrowing money. But you was balling. You was out there balling. And now look at you. Like, yo, I promise you, the same person I am on Monday, I'm bringing lunch on payday. I promise you, I like the outcome better in the relationship. I like the outcome better in my finances when I know, like, we're saving money, we're putting money aside, and we're out there doing stuff. I just came back from vacation. I'll tell you this, vacation bliss. Like that, the amount of happiness and smiles and that I've with myself and my wife and my kids and my in-laws, friends, I promise you, that right there made me a millionaire. That right there made me a millionaire. And like, we're about to go on another vacation, a short weekend vacation to New York. Why? Because I'm sacrificing. You know how many times I'm around people like, yo, man, let's go buy, what we eating for lunch? Yo, I brought lunch. Man, you always bringing lunch, man. Come on, man, spur one time. Nah, I'm good on that. I'm good. Bro, I just spent the whole week in Orlando. Tours, Disney, SeaWorld, Universal Studios. So I'm good on that. Right? And then I turned around, and now I'm about to be in New York for a weekend for my brother's wedding. Again, sacrifice. Then I turned around, and now I'm about to be. We're working on going to Egypt. Going to Egypt in the summer. Again, that's what I'm saying. Sacrifice. I'm telling you this. whatever you want to do in your relationship, you have to sit yourself down. Okay? Find out the stuff that you want to get done. What's your plans? What you would like in the relationship? And then I want you to turn around and I want you to figure out, then I want you to bring it to your spouse and figure out, hey, this is what I would like to do. What is it that you would like to do? And y'all two work together and meet in the middle. It's not no, this is what I want and this is what we're going to do. No, it don't work that way. It don't. It's what do you want? What do I want? And what do we want? And I want you to do something that, you know, son, well, we got kids, Lemar. No. And that's perfect. I want you to dedicate and I want you to commit to one family vacation. One family vacation a year. I want you to commit to that. One family vacation a year. That is your commitment, okay? You owe that to your kids. You owe that to yourself. You owe that to your family. All right? This was my relationship tips and advice part 3. Peace.